It's an interesting time in the Big Island real estate market. The latest data is out. We'll go over it coming up next. All right, what's going on, friends? It's time for the Buy Big Island market report for September. The latest data is out. We're seeing some interesting stuff happen here where we had months of the data being down from last year. So when we were looking at last year versus this year, there was this huge disparity, right? Because it was really busy on this side, but not busy last year because of the lockdown and people not traveling and all the stuff that was going on with COVID. But now we're seeing the data start to show that we were coming out of that last September, and then we can compare that to the market data now. So as always, we're going to get into the Kona market first and look at the market in September of 21 versus the market of September 2020. And if you look across the board here, pretty interesting. We've seen this in the last couple months that the volume or the number of units that are selling are starting to fall, mainly because of the constrained inventory, right? There's just less to sell, so there's not as many sales happening. But across the board, we were down versus a year ago in terms of the number of homes, condos, and pieces of vacant land that we're selling. But dollar volume was up on the home side, so the homes that are selling are in that higher range, and we're seeing that. I mean, everything above like 1.5 million is selling pretty quick. And then on the condo and land side, it was down because there was just less units that sold. But the median price across the board is up, right? 13% for homes, 900,000, 15% for condos at 447. And the land market was kind of skewed because there's only 5 pieces and there were some pretty high dollar pieces of land that sold. But across the board, average days on market, if you look at average days on market, those continue to fall dramatically, right? We're down 54% to 22 days on market for homes. This is really, really fast. So many homes that are selling within the first few days in a week. You know, normally this number is closer to 90 days. Same thing with condos, down under 30 days. For condos, it's down 60%, and land was down 66%. Still takes a while longer for land to sell than homes and condos do. And then interesting data point also is the final list of sold price, right? Almost 99% final list of sold price on homes, over 100% final list of sold price for condos, and 98% final list of sold price for land. So people are getting almost 100% of what they're asking for most of the time. And with condos, on average, they're getting more than what they're asking for. And that trend continues if we look at the next slide here, which is the total Big Island market. Not the same as the Kona market, not as constrained. So there is a little bit more inventory and there's a lot more sales happening on the east side of the island. So when we talk about current units, we're up across the board on current units, right? Up 4% for homes, up 23% for condos. The condo and land market is completely on fire right now. The homes market is really constrained based on inventory, but everything that's going on in the market for condos and land is selling. So we're up 23% for units on condos and 28% for units on land. And then dollar volume followed all of those up across the board. Median price is up across the board, 19% increase for homes, 500, almost 500,000 for median price for homes, almost 500,000 for median price on condos, which is showing that the condos that are selling are in that higher price range. And that's definitely, we're seeing that in those more luxury markets, the Waikoloa markets, where those higher priced condos are selling pretty quickly. And then same thing with land. Land's up 100%. Last year, the median land price was at around 20,000. Now it's 42,000, which is a lot higher than we normally see because of all of those low price pieces of land that are out there on the Big Island. And then average days on market across the board, just like Kona, fell to 38 days for homes, 29 days for condos, and 95 days for land. So everything's selling significantly faster, 50+% faster than it has a year ago. And then final list of sold price, just like the Kona market, is 98% for homes, over 100% for condos, and 97% for land. So across the board, things are selling faster and closer, almost exactly at the list price across the board on all the different homes, land, and condo markets. So the market continues to be strong. The only thing that's holding it back really is the lack of inventory. And this last data point here illustrates that we're continuing to see there was a little bit of an increase we talked about last month in the inventory on the housing market, but still, if you look at active listings a year ago at 2,700, there's 1,100 less active listings across the board for the Big Island this year. And then in escrow, we have 200 more in escrow than we did a year ago. And out of these active listings, only about 420 of them are homes. So very, very low inventory on homes. Normally, like we've talked about in the past, that number is closer to 1,000 or 1,300 in terms of the number of homes for sale. And right now, we're just hovering right around 400, and we dipped below 400 a couple of months ago. So market continues to be strong. If you have any questions about your specific area or a data point that's not on here, feel free to reach out, dylan@buybigisland.com, or you can put comments in the comments below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so it's much appreciated. And I'll see you guys next month with next month's market report. Aloha.